So our team doesn't just go for the minimum. We want to shoot for exceptional. This summer, we're going to do something a little bit different. I've created a cool little training program and some nice little videos for you guys to do summer when we're not training together, because I can't be with you every single day. You guys got stuff to do during the summer. If you want to get better, if you want to improve, doing these little videos every single day will just make you that much better. I'm about to hit the gym because I'm pretty out of shape and I need to work on this stuff too. So I'm not gonna make you guys do anything that I'm not gonna do myself. So I'm gonna be doing this with you the whole summer. I'm gonna be sending over some videos that'll be encouraging, some stuff that I wish I had learned. So the first video this week is I wanted to share a few things that I wish that I had learned when I was younger, when I was a kid, starting playing and going through my journey as a player. So enjoy that. Train hard over the summer. Be prepared, because this is going to be a challenge. How to study the game, how to analyze the game, how to get better at knowing my own position or where I am on the field. And that just takes a lot of watching soccer, constantly watching and analyzing some of the best players, watching the Messis, the Ronaldos, those big players, and just watching how they move their body, how they run on the field, their movement on and off the ball. Just how well do you know how the game is played? Not just in your own technique, but how well do you understand some of those smaller intricacies of the game? And that just takes a lot of watching, analyze, watch soccer constantly, analyze your own games, your own practices, see what you could do better. Another thing I wish I knew was taking it seriously in the development of what I focused on in practice and in games. Did I focus on the minimum? I was just like, as long as it gets to that player, that's good enough. Or am I focusing on what part of the foot did I use? Did I pass to my teammates' proper foot? Were they able to go quickly, or did I make them have to stop? Focusing on just that precision in practice. So that pursuit of perfection in practice. Every touch, I'm focusing on every touch, every movement to try to make it perfect. Not just in team training, but in your own personal training. That's just the biggest difference between where you guys are now and professional soccer. There's really not much difference between a lot of the drills and stuff we do. It's more just every single drill they do, it's just pounded in them. It's got to be perfect, perfection, right part of the foot. Make it easy for my teammate to move the ball quicker. Just focusing those really, really tiny details is really, really important to get you to that next step. A lot of it is persevering through those setbacks. A lot of players, and even professional players, like, do you know how much practice and perseverance and the struggle it took for them to get at that level? A lot of them you don't hear about that part when they're really young. So when you're in practice, when you're at games and you're trying to learn something new, don't feel bad if you're not able to get it the first time. I remember when I was first learning to do a lot of the stuff that we do as a team, it's really, really difficult, and you start to feel bad when you don't get it right the first time, and you start to feel that maybe I'm not a good player. I thought I was good, but I can't do that. Maybe I'm just not as good as I think I am. Don't think that way. It's gonna take practice. It's gonna take you a while to be comfortable and to learn those really difficult movements and skills, but stay with it. It'll take some time. The more that you work on it and you practice those little intricacies in practice and just focus on those little small steps, you'll get there. I was always a player that loved to practice. I love to practice. I love to train. That was my favorite thing to do. So it wasn't an issue for me when it was time to practice, because I was already there. Now, because I don't play soccer for a living, that's not what I do. I have another job, and that requires me to set my priorities straight for every single day. Now, because you guys are still in school, you guys have different priorities. But it's really, really important, especially if it's your goal to, you want to be a soccer player, you want to play professionally, or it could be really anything, a musician, artist, biologist, any of those things that you're really, really passionate about, it requires commitment. It has to be soccer first and then relax later. Now, this is just during the summer. Soccer first, relax later. That means setting the priority for, I'm going to train before I play video games, before I watch TV or hang out or do whatever. That's gotta come first. If you're really serious about, I wanna get better, that has to come first. Now, when school starts, set the priorities straight right away. School, soccer, relax. School, soccer, relax. In order to play at a competitive level, you have to be able to work through those kind of priorities. And that's gonna be a challenge for you, and that's on you. So take that up on your own. When school starts, I'm going to do my school stuff so I can then do my next priority, which is soccer, and then I'm going to relax. So set the priorities right away and be committed to it, stick to it. Don't fall off. Make sure you do it every single day. That's what you're gonna do. The last thing that I want you to know is, as you're going through your journey of deciding, what am I passionate about, whether it's soccer or it's something else, don't put any limits on yourself, or don't let anybody else put a limit on your potential. Now, if we're going to talk about soccer, there's always going to be the coach, the trainer, the parent, the friend who's going to say, hey, you are meant to do this, you're going to be so amazing, or they're even going to tell you that, what are you doing? This is as far as you're ever going to go. None of that matters. No one really knows 100% what you're gonna do, how far you're gonna go. That is really all up to you. It's how much you put into it. It's just the circumstance. Are you getting it in at the right time? Like, no one really knows. That's up to you. But if you focus and if you persevere through it and you're committed to it, give it everything you've got. Have the idea set that if that's what I'm going to do, go at it 100%. Put everything you have into it. And if you fail, that's just something you're gonna learn from. Failure is not a bad thing, as long as you're learning from why did I fail. As long as you're learning from that and you're growing from that, that is okay. If there's any questions that you have as a player, you're curious about, or if you want to see something different in a video, let me know. Maybe I'll have a chance to talk about it a little bit more. And if you have a question in practice as well, or in training, your own training, let me know. It's an open book. But until then, stick with it.